My name's Adam. I'm 40 years of age. I'm from Brisbane. I'm a business owner and I'm also an international poker player. Survivor's not about showing the world what great morals you have in real life. This is a game, no different than poker. I'm here to play it. I'm here to sit down with all the opponents. We're all here to win. We all signed on. I'm here to win it. Survivor and poker have so many similar skill sets. In both games, you need the ability to be able to read people, identify quickly who you can trust, who you can't trust if someone's trying to bluff you. You need to be able to store information away. In poker, I need to know what hand someone played, not just one hand ago, but maybe 3 hours ago. So when I'm playing with them again, I know how to behave and how to act with that particular opponent. In Survivor, it will be the same. I need to know each person on the island, how they play, what type of game that they like to play, and make sure that I set an image up that best suits myself to be able to take that person out later on in the game. I want to play Survivor because I've watched it for 34 seasons. I'm a huge fan of strategy games. I play them nearly every day of the week back home, and I'm here to play a strategy game. I'll watch, I'll analyse, I'll take in as much information as I can about the people on the island, and when my one opportunity comes, I'll push all in and I'll send them packing.
G'day, my name's Amy. I'm from Melbourne. I'm 23 and I'm a plumber. When I tell people I'm a plumber, most people look at me like I'm joking and they're like, nah, you aren't. You're a hairdresser. And I'm like, nah, mate, I'm definitely a plumber. Being a plumber in a man's world, it's given me thick skin. I'm definitely going to bring that into Survivor. The physical prep I've done for Survivor, I've been trying to smash out gym twice a day. Mentally, I've been going to the sauna and trying to meditate, but it just ends in me thinking, geez, it's bloody hot in here. So that hasn't worked too well. And I also tried to start a fire, but I don't really want to talk about how that went, so. My thing in life is you can go as far in life as your mind takes me, and right now my mind's taking me all the way to the end. I want people on Survivor to see me as a real top chick, always wanting a laugh, bring real positive vibes to the tribe, but I think I'll be underestimated a bit, and little do they know, I'm out here to win. Coming into Survivor, I don't think at this point there is a line that I won't cross. I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to make those tough decisions. But in the end, it's for $500,000 and you just got to do whatever possible.
My name's Aaron, I'm 29 years old from Adelaide and I'm a professional wedding DJ. I'm the friendly manipulator. That's how I describe myself. I'm going to be helpful, I'm going to be friendly, I'm going to smile at them. I'm going to try and relate to them in every way possible. And if that means I have to relate with a mother or a father by pretending that I have a child, or if I have to relate to, you know, a bro that is a gym guy, then I'll pretend I go to the gym and work out hard every day. So to prepare for Survivor, I've been training every day, doing weights training, cardio training, and swimming a lot. And mentally, I've been sleeping on the floor at home. I've been, you know, whenever it's raining, I make sure I go out for my runs in the rain, just so that I can experience what it's like to feel wet. I hope to go down as, you know, one of the biggest game players in Australian Survivor history. I want to play big. I'm here for no other reason than to win.
My name's Annalise, I'm 23, I'm from Melbourne and I'm a student. I am quite smart, I'm quite intelligent, I finished in the top 2% of my state for high school, and that is why I'm going to win, because no one's going to see me coming. I'm definitely not going to play a moral game, I'm not going to play an honourable game. The time for morality is at home. You're here, you're playing Survivor, don't waste time with like mateship or anything like that. You've got to play. I would definitely say I'm a flirt, and it definitely comes to like batting the eyelids and hopefully that advances you in the situation at the time. I mean, everyone wants to feel wanted and everyone wants to feel loved, so I don't think flirting's out of the picture for me here. I would love to play a really cutthroat game. I do think the core of Survivor is that you have to cut other people before they cut you. And so that's definitely a priority of mine coming in, is to play with your head and not your heart. And I do believe it's something I can do when it comes to my life. If somebody is in my life and they've wronged me, they're done. I have a little dead to me list in my brain, and I've got a few people just sitting on there at the moment. So I'm very good at just like switching off and playing forward with that. People are definitely going to underestimate me. I think part of being underestimated is having these nice little pair of doe eyes, and no one's going to be able to see the evil thoughts behind them.
My name's Ben, I'm 20 years old and I'm from WA. Probably going to be one of the youngest people here, I don't doubt that. So much so I'm basically still a kid at heart. You know, and even Even to prove that, my mum helped pack my bags when I got here. Being such a fan of the show, I mean, I think I sort of know what I've got to do better. I know there's certain key rules you got to do. Always got to be skeptical of what people say because, you know, they could either be just puffing smoke or try flat out lying to you. So I know that you've always got to be on your guard. You've always got to have just the right amount of paranoia. You can't be too paranoid to just rub people the wrong way or irritate the shit out of people. But you've got to have enough to not be complacent, because if you get complacent, you get sloppy, and then the motto of this game is outwit, outplay, outlast. I mean, there is really nothing in those words that says you've got to be moral or upstanding or have a lot of integrity with the way you play the game. I'm not very good at craftsmanship, but I will make attempts to try and make a fake immunity idol. People might underestimate me because of the fact that I am younger and don't have as much life experience as they do, but I've got a strategic and social side to me that I don't think they'll notice until hopefully it's too late.
I'm Henry, I'm 26 and I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm going to start this game making everyone think that I'm a yoga instructor. I've got the kit, I've got the long hair, I've got a few braids in there, so I've done everything visual. If I can plant a seed of control about me being a yoga instructor who can't even touch his toes, imagine what that seed will do by day 55. That tree will grow and I'll be eating the fruits at the end of that. I'm going to lie from day one. I'm going to try and take control from day one. I'm going to manipulate their minds. I'm going to use my charm to do anything, my charisma, and I'm going to get myself to the end in the best way possible. If someone was plotting against me, whether it be an ally or anyone else, they would become my target. I would want to get rid of them because what's the point of having someone around that wants to get you out? The first thing I plan to do, instead of building a shelter or building a fire, I want to go looking for a hidden immunity idol. Whether they're already planted or not, I don't care. You got to take your opportunities when you can. I'm going to be searching for hidden immunity idols. I've been to arts and crafts. I've made some jewellery that I can break down later to pretend and make into a fake idol when needed. I'm going to throw a challenge if I need to. I want to have control, like I am from the start. From day one, first thing I say, I'm getting control. I want to keep control throughout. So that might mean I want control at Tribal Council and I might have to throw a challenge. I'll do that because I'm happy to lose the battle if I'm going to win the war. Survivor is 100% strategic and gameplay for me. That's why I love it.
My name is Jackie. I'm 50. I live in beautiful Lennox Head, which is near Byron, and I'm a marriage celebrant. Being fabulous and 50, I always believed that you don't have to get married and get the housewife perm and let yourself go. I'm open, I'm honest. If you ask me something, I'm going to tell you. I don't know if I'm the oldest chook here or not, but I'm hoping from when they first meet me and we start chatting that they won't see an age. My strategy is, first and foremost, to concentrate on my social game. As far as throwing people under the bus, they all say, you know, when you get to Tribal Council, it's really hard to vote people out. But you know what? I don't know these people today. I didn't know them yesterday. I'm in this for me, not for them. 21,000 people apply for this show. I've beat 21. I've only got to now beat 23. I'm going to do my bloody best to outwit, outplay and outlast 23 other contestants.
I'm Jared, I'm 29 years old and I'm a photographer. As a photographer, I need to be able to get people's trust very quickly to get them to open up in front of camera. And I think those kind of interpersonal skills will help me move forward in this very social game. I like to see myself as a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think on the outside I'm a very friendly, harmless, innocent, laid-back kind of guy, and that's true, but there's also parts of me that are more cunning and devious and manipulative. If you can lie, cheat and steal and get away with it, then all props to you. It's as long as you don't get caught. I see myself as the underdog coming into this game. I'm obviously not going to be much of a physical threat, and people see me like that. But my great satisfaction will come from overcoming the odds and proving that the little guy can take on the big boys. I'm here to win, so whatever lines that need to be crossed, so be it.
My name is Jericho and I'm 25 years old. In my real life, I do have a Christian faith and it's so strong that, you know, I would put others before myself. But as I come into this game, I have to know that I'm going to be contesting against those values. I have to completely go the opposite and do everything for my personal gain. And that could be lying, stealing, cheating, deceiving, manipulating. It's whatever it takes to be that sole survivor. Eat or be eaten in this game, and I want to work with the other devils, and they are going to be the people that'll do a little bit of my dirty work but realize that they're manipulated by me. I am going to slowly build and create my own little army of soldiers, and as I build them, they will make me my own Wall of Jericho, and inside that Wall of Jericho, I will make my own empire.
I'm Joan, I'm 29 and I'm a puzzle master. So I am a puzzle master. I run an escape room. So an escape room is when your team is locked in a themed room for an hour and you're using puzzles, codes, clues and locks to get out. So my job is to design these puzzles, and I think that that's going to translate well into this game. Put me on a puzzle and I'll just blast through it. I'm a determined, cunning, strong, independent woman, and I want people to not see that. I want them to see me as fun and loving and sweet and kind and caring. I don't want them to know that I'm a threat. I don't want them to know that I can stab them in the back at any moment. If you need me to tell someone a lie, I'll tell someone a lie. I'll tell it straight to their face. They won't even realize it. I'll be your comforter. I can't say if I'm going to be a hero or a villain. It's 2017. Can I be a hybrid? The way that I'm going to play this game is really just to manipulate other players. I want to know everything that's going on at that beach. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's being said in these secret conversations. There is no reason why I can't win, and I will win.
I'm Kate Timby. I'm 47 years old. I'm a financial executive from Victoria. I've worked for 17 years in one of the world's leading financial institutions. I've managed teams across the globe, over 40 people, a myriad of personalities, and I'm viewed as one of the top salespeople in my industry. Having worked in sales for so many years, I have a passion to understand the client and really tap into what drives them. Really no different on an island, and really no different with Survivor. In Survivor, I'm not afraid to make big moves. That said though, not doing something can be a big move. So it's knowing when to step forward and when actually to sit there quietly. And that's the judgment I think I'll bring to the game.
I'm Kent Nelson, I'm 51 years old. I'm from Adelaide, South Australia. I'm the Chief Finance Officer, and I'm very good at saying, no, I'd like to help you, but just don't have the money. I reckon I'm probably the oldest guy in the group. We've got the young set there, they've got to be on their phones, they've got to be twittering and tweetering and God knows what. I will compete. I may not beat them, they may be stronger, they may be faster, they're younger than me, but I will give it a damn good go. In preparation, I have swum the English Channel. 13 hours, 42 minutes. When you're sitting in a challenge, and it's a tolerance and putting up with pain challenge, I'll be sitting there thinking, these young ones, they haven't put up with that. They haven't done that. They haven't gone the yards where your body says, nah, I'm not happy with this. I actually hope it's going to be miserable. The more miserable it is, the better I think I'll go. There's absolutely nothing worse than someone not going out. All guns blazing.
Hi, I'm Lockie, 27 years old. I'm an adventure guide and I'm from Perth. I've done some dangerous stuff in my life so far. One of the most would have to be in Norway, hiking up to the top of Troll Wall, rock climbing, over 1,500 metres of free fall, and then putting on a parachute and jumping. Yeah, some people say I'm mental. I agree with them. So working as an adventure guide, I think I bring a lot of skills into the game. I do a lot of swimming, fishing, free diving, rock climbing, hiking. So on a day-to-day basis, I get people to do stuff they never thought they were going to do. I can get old people to young people to jump off a cliff and do stuff they never thought they would be able to. In the outside world, I try to be as trustworthy as possible. I have huge trust in everyone I meet until they betray that. In the game, it's a lot different. Everyone will just walk over everyone. So I'll have trust in people, but as soon as they betray that, I don't have a problem with betraying them. I think I'd like to see myself as a hero. I want to be out catching fish, building the shelter, making fire, keeping everyone comfortable, having a laugh. So I want people to see me as a hero for sure.
My name's Luke. I'm 30 and I'm a mining technician from WA. I've got a wife and 2 boys. I've got my wife's an absolute babe. I've got 2 boys that the eldest is diagnosed with autism, but yeah, I'm out here making sure that hopefully I win that money and I take it home and I can take them to Disneyland or something special. I know they want to go to Disneyland, and yeah, so do I. My strategy is to create drama, but stay out of the drama. Plan's just to hustle this whole game. I want Survivor to be tough this year. I want everyone to be starving, and I'll be sitting back laughing and watching. I'll be making sure that I got everyone on my side, even the enemies at times, you know? I legitimately think I'm going to dominate. I'm going to have that Muni idol around my neck. It's going to be a tan there. I'm going to be all white. I've got 1 out of 24 chance, say for instance, to win in the game. As far as I'm concerned, everyone else has probably got 0 chance out of 24. Because, yeah, I'm going to take control.
I'm Mark Hurler, 51, lime grower from Queensland. So the thing I love about line farming actually is that I relate to the tree. You know, not that I'm a prick and they're prickly, but they're hardy as hell. I mean, they do not quit. I mean, you could knock a lime tree over, stick it back up, and it'll just keep going. That's kind of like the inspiration I'm going to take to the game. If I get knocked down, I'm going to try and bounce back up. Well, I've been married for about 30 years. I've got 6 grandchildren and 2 of my own children. I'm really looking forward to winning this thing and my grandkids seeing me on television and going, that's our pop, and saying to all their mates, that's our pop. You know, I will be over the moon. Family's everything to me. There is nothing else. Yeah, I'm a hero and I'm a villain. And I think if you're not that in this game, you've already lost. I would like to go down in the history of Survivor as #1, being the oldest dog to win it. And I want to be remembered as having played the game well.
My name is Mark, and I'm a former Special Ops Commander. I think my elite training will give me an advantage in the game, especially in the early part where we're working together as a team. We're trained and exposed to really high threat, high stress situations, and there's a lot of little tricks I have to try and keep myself composed. Being in tough environments is what we do. We are really well trained for it. I have the skills to help build structures, get resources, make fire, make life comfortable for us, so we can be well rested and perform well in the challenges. Social skills are really important in especially military environments. They're really well refined. I've got strong empathy. I can look at people and kind of identify with what they're feeling straight away. I've always maintained a threshold level of physical fitness. That's going to be really useful later on for challenges as well.
It's given me more muscles.
My point is going to be get the team in good shape first, and then we can deal with strategy kind of later on. I've learned to trust my senses when I look at people. I can read body language. I'll look at how they're standing or how they're talking to another individual. Generally, people won't want to make eye contact with you. They'll move away quickly. And all these tiny little indicators are enough to tell you that something is not right. If I'm going to make any sort of moves, they're going to be fast and you won't see them coming. It's going to hurt, but it's a necessary evil.
My name's Michelle Dugan. I'm 33 years old. I'm from Coogee Beach in Sydney's eastern suburbs, and I work full-time as a nanny. Okay, so the prep for Survivor was tan, nails done, facial, and cut back on the coffee a little bit. But as for anything else, that's it. So when I walk into the game and introduce myself, they're going to look and they're going to stereotype me, and then they're never going to view me as a threat, and that is perfect. That is exactly what I want. I'm in the background, I'm forming alliances, I'm finding out who my minions are, who I can trust, and really playing the game. So I'm going to come into this game with one key strategy, and it's that I'm #1 and what I say gets done. If someone crosses me in this game, they're gone. They've just bought themselves a ticket home in my books. I honestly do believe I can win this. They're not going to see me coming.
My name's Odette. I'm 32 years old. I live in Sydney, in Zetland, and I'm a podiatrist and a mother of a 12-year-old boy. So in life, I find myself to be very focused. When I do want something, I set a goal and I just go out and get it. So in this game, I am a physical threat. I've been training for, the last 10 years on a real high intensity level. And I love getting out and training, so I want to utilize all my skills physically and dominate in most of these challenges. So what's really important to me is honour, integrity.
I'm Peter Conti, I'm 22, I live in Sydney, Australia, and I work as a digital advertising producer. I would say I'm definitely a people person. I get along with a lot of people, and if I don't like someone, I do show it. That's something that I'm going to struggle with, because if I really hate someone, I'm probably going to be subtly death staring them. But for the most part, I like most people, so it should be good. I want other contestants to really underestimate me. I want them to see me as a ditzy character who's just all about having a great time, and then when I pop out, oh, we need to get rid of this person, it might be not because they're a threat, but it might be because I just don't like them. And then people think I'm more emotional than strategic, even though everything I'm going to be doing has a strategic element to it. I think there's literal value in playing an honourable game, because it is Survivor. Notorious for, lying, cheating, and doing what you need to do to get to the end. And if you're not willing to make those big moves and go all out, then you shouldn't be here. So I'm definitely going to play this game as a hero, but with, a cunning undertone. I do have a very positive exterior, but there is a gameplay level underneath that I am trying really hard to win this game.
My name's Samantha Gash. I'm 32 years old and I live in the Dandenong Ranges, just 35 k's from Melbourne, and I'm an endurance athlete and motivational speaker. I was the youngest person and the first female to complete Racing the Planet's 4 Deserts Grand Slam. And these are 4 250-kilometre desert ultramarathons in the hottest, coldest, driest and windiest deserts on Earth. So that's Chile, China, Egypt and Antarctica. And I completed those races over an 8-month period. And it was my first experience ever into endurance racing. I pushed myself to a mental and physical breaking point, and actually that's where I tend to get stronger. I know that relates to Survivor because I don't need very much to survive. On paper, I have everything in my experience bank to make me a winner of this game. I want to be a strong, badass female that was strategic enough to know when to make certain moves. I look small, I look dainty, I look sweet, but deep down I can be really strategic, I can play hard, and I will fight to the end.
My name is Sarah, I'm 22 years old, I'm a model and I'm from Perth. I think people might underestimate me as seeing this young, pretty girl who's just giving Survivor a go, but I know the game, I know how it's played, I'm a massive fan and I'm here to win. I 100% agree that it's the world's toughest game because the paranoia, the hunger, the elements, there'd be no moment in 55 days of relaxation, at least how I'm going to play it. It's just like everyday life, you've got to make friends to sometimes get anywhere. But at the end of the day, I think everyone should know that, if it gets to the final 5 and you're still with that person, you're going to turn around and backstab them straight away. So yeah, for me, there's nothing that's off the table. Go! I know the type of game that I want to play, and that's one that I can look back on and as a Survivor fan and be proud of that I can point to a move and say, I did that, I orchestrated that. Australia might really not like me at the end of it. If you're going to call me a villain, I don't mind. It's fine. I don't think you can trust anyone in Survivor. I wouldn't trust me in Survivor. It'd be great if people didn't see me as a threat, because especially at the start when everyone's looking out for who's a liability, who's a threat, and yeah, I don't want to be in either of those categories at the start. No, I don't think they'll see me coming. Hopefully not.
I'm Tara. I'm 32 years old. I live on the Sunshine Coast.
I'm a stay-at-home mum and I'm a competitive barrel racer. I am a cowgirl. I am your full sparkle, bright, blingy cowgirl. I have personality, a little bit of sparkle, fun. I'm hot. I don't know what else there is. So I want the other survivors to see me as a stay-at-home mum, but I ain't no stay-at-home mum. I'm a freaking barrel racer. I've told my children already what Mummy does on the island. You know, I don't want them to portray in real life because I could be doing some things that are a little bit nasty. My strategy is to bring people in and then cut people out. I won't have issues with lying to people in this game, but I will have issues if people lie to me. I can play a few different characters. I can totally like dumb it up and say, oh my gosh, where's an idol? Or, ooh, is that an idol? Of course I can do that. If my back is up against the wall, I'm going to be running around this whole island looking for an idol. And then I'll be sucking up to anyone I can to stay in the game until that flame is out.
So I'm Tess, I'm 29 years old, I'm a doctor from Melbourne. In the last couple of years, I've been one of the junior doctors managing cardiac arrests, medical emergencies and acute strokes on the ward. I'm used to high pressure, I'm used to making big decisions in tense situations. If people meet me and assume that I'm a sweet, innocent English rose, then that's fantastic. Power to me. You keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You keep everyone close. The closer that everyone is to you, the less likely they are to boot you off the island. And so not interested in that line of playing this game with honour and integrity. I think that this is a game where you vote everybody else out the island and you aim to be the last one standing. Your back is never up against the wall. You've always got somewhere to move, and that's what I'm going to keep telling myself. People call you a villain in this game when you do exactly what it takes, when you manipulate, when you scavenge around for an idol, when you tell a lie. I'm going to do all of those things, and if that makes me a villain, then it makes me a winning villain.
I'm Nicola, but everyone knows me as Ziggy. I'm 26 and I'm from Sydney. I'm a radiographer, but I'm also a two-time Olympic water polo player. I really hate losing. I'm like so super competitive. I think the challenges here is what I'm gonna thrive on. Like, I love competition and I feel like I thrive under like pressure. So I think in like the real pressure situations, that's what I'm here for. I think I can win Survivor because I think I've got all the aspects that you need to be the sole survivor. You know, I've got the physical aspect and the competitive side, but I'm also a pretty sociable person and I'm like pretty switched on. I think I can read social situations pretty good. Honestly, in Survivor, you've got to be willing to do whatever it takes to win. And I think that's all a part of the game. So I am going to do whatever it takes to be the sole survivor.